Welcome to NXT, ladies and gentlemen. Buddy Murphy has been pacing around the ring, waiting for us to go on the air, and he wants to speak. Buddy Murphy not even mad at Adam Cole. He just took the chance. But he wants Shane Thorne. Buddy Murphy's dressed to fight, and he's kicking off the show. Wanting to do just that, but he only wants one man. Oh my God. Oh, wait a minute. Have a look up on the Tron. Shane Thorne. Looks entirely different. What does he mean he's hurt it his whole career? Crowd not happy with Shane Thorne. Thorne saying all he's heard is about Buddy Murphy. There's a good reason for that. It's because he's been at the top of his game for a hell of a lot longer than Shane Thorne. He's just coming off as just straight jealousy. Buddy Murphy's pissed. He wants to fight. He's ready to go. Man. Shane Thorne saying his sole purpose in life right now is to make Buddy Murphy's life a living hell. Buddy Murphy came out here to fight. He doesn't get that fight. But I get the feeling that fight is well on its way. Murphy will have to wait for a fight, ladies and gentlemen, but we will not. We have a stacked show here tonight on NXT. Death from Above make their in-ring debut here on NXT. But that ain't all. Your main event is Aleister Black versus Kyle O'Reilly. After Kyle O'Reilly was delivered a black mass last week, he called out Black for a wrestling match tonight. And that's not all. Up next, Sasha Banks, the women's champion, returns to the ring. Stacked show here on NXT. Oh, hang on. Yes, we understand it's a singles match. Oh, okay. Kurt Angle is banning the Undisputed Era from ringside for the main event. Of course, Drew Gulak's World Cup. He put the call out to all three general managers to get it done. Of course, Kurt Angle's behind a World Cup. He's represented his country at the Olympics. Angle's going to provide full cooperation. And he is giving the go-ahead to NXT talent to renegotiate their contract to potentially be able to appear on Raw or SmackDown in World Cup matches. EC3's on board. It's just up to Shane McMahon now. Bombshell announcements from General Manager Kurt Angle doing the right thing. But we're going to kick it off, ladies and gentlemen, with some singles action. The women's champion is about to go toe-to-toe with Sarah Logan. This woman we have not seen since the mysterious appearance of those steel steps from, well, the woman that I'm certainly not going to name. Sarah Logan, of course, was part of the trio that took out said woman. And ever since, there has been the pitter-patter of footsteps all around all three of those women. We're going to hear the steps of the boss, Sasha Banks, as she makes her first appearance as the NXT Women's Champion. It is not hard to gauge the reaction for Sasha Banks. It is not a favourable one. As many believe that Sasha Banks, well, she straight up cheated to win at TakeOver over Asuka using the steel chair that was placed on the ground, meteora to the steel chair, rolled her in, Banks statement, while the boss cashed in, winning the NXT Women's Championship. She makes her return to the opposite of a positive response. But I don't think she cares. She's not in the business of caring. First match, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway. Referee rings the bell. Sasha Banks is talking all kinds of trash here. And a straight jab turns Sasha Banks around. And here she, physical start to this one. Sasha Banks. And now, here comes Sarah Logan. She's rough and ready. About as tough as they come. Oh my God. What a slap and then a boot from Sarah Logan. Sends Sasha Banks down. And I'll tell you what, she's not someone you want to mess with. Big clothesline from Sasha Banks. How about that main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen? Aleister Black, Kyle O'Reilly, Kurt Angle has just announced that it will be a straight-up singles match. No questions asked. Look out, Shining Wizard glances the forehead of Sarah Logan, sends her to the apron. Also, Muerte desde arriba. Death from above. Have their six-man tag team action later tonight. Combustible start. Buddy Murphy trying to get his hands on Shane Thorne. Thorne very wisely keeping himself at a safe distance backstage somewhere. Don't even know if he is in the building. Appearing on the Tron. Tell you what, Sarah Logan's appearing. She's appearing to be pretty groggy here. Sasha Banks is carrying on here. Oh my goodness me. Several of those hard shots right to Logan. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's a bit of a lull here in the crowd. I think everybody just saw that. Majority of their fans here they were watching the match, but I think a few of the fans may have caught that. This is definitely not good. I just think anywhere Sarah Logan, Ruby Riott, or Liv Morgan go, she's there. There is no jurisdiction. She goes wherever she wants, but we have to try and zero back in on the action here as this match continues. Shot to the solar plexus. Looking for the chop. Couldn't find it. Sasha Banks sends it back. Puts her in the corner now. What a chop that was from Banks. Now she loads her up on the second. Right with the knees. Goodness me. Sasha Banks. I'm sure she wouldn't be so confident if she knew what everybody just saw on the stage. Sarah Logan is in some big trouble. Here comes Sasha Banks. Looking at the double axe handle. Couldn't find it. Sarah Logan shot to the back of the head and then to the front of it. And that sends Sasha Banks to the apron. And Sarah Logan is measuring her. Sasha Banks with the reversal though. Flipped over the top. Rolled her through. Ankles over the shoulders. Full pressure down on the shoulders. Referee was a little bit slow, but only got a 1 count anyway. And Sasha Banks trying to come back. But here comes Sarah Logan. Logan lights her up with another forearm. This is getting real into the nitty-gritty here as Sarah Logan. Look out. Fisherman suplex off the second rope. Holds on with the bridge. And she almost did it. Goodness me. Sarah Logan now. And she delivers the knee and sends Sasha Banks to the outside. And all of a sudden, Sarah Logan has snatched back the momentum here in this match. And now Logan is lining up Sasha Banks. Look out! Oh my God! Forearm right across the bridge of the nose. And the referee has to restart the count, so we've got plenty of time out here. Oh! Sarah Logan, look out! Oh! Sends the women's champion into the barricade. And Sasha Banks genuinely struggling here. And now, oh yes, right back to the back that she just slammed in to the steel barricade. And now Sarah Logan is stretching that back out here. Banks has got to get out of here as quickly as she possibly can. Oh, grab the ankles. Brilliant counter. Now, oh, just a straight paintbrush from Sasha Banks. She ain't messing around. Oh, what a shot to the midsection. Banks, unbelievable athleticism. Shades of Eddie Guerrero and a drop kick to the back as well. And Banks, just like that, has taken back control. This is why she's the women's champion, whether you agree with how she won the title or not. You cannot doubt the talent of Sasha Banks at every single juncture here. Loading up Sarah Logan. Now look out. Sasha Banks is going to take her and slam her into the ring post. Now Banks compounding that injury here, laying that knee in. Sasha is talking all kinds of trash now. She is certainly not adverse to that in her career. Seems even more so since arriving at NXT. Oh, brilliant counter there from Sarah Logan. And now Sarah Logan, hooked her up. Oh my God! Spiked her down, held onto the leg. Isn't enough? No, Banks kicks out. Banks kicks out, but Sarah Logan in the second rope leaps off, drops the elbow across the throat, and now she's stalking her here. The women's champion, her first match could be a loss. Back as the women's champion. Wheelbarrow Bulldog on the money. And now, Sarah Logan drives her skull directly into Sasha Banks' skull, and Banks is getting thrown around here. Sarah Logan ain't no joke. She throws the head again. And now, Logan sends her in to the barricade, and this is getting down and dirty here on the outside. Referee's at a count of 4. Sarah Logan, all she's going to be doing is counting to 3 in a second if this continues. But Sasha Banks got out. Banks got out. Count of 7 here. Count of 7. And now, and again to the midsection. Sasha Banks. Oh, wait a minute. Is she going to get a count out here? Banks. Oh, no, she ain't done. Banks is pissed off. She resets the count. She wants to inflict some pain, and now she's saying it's all over out here. It is all over out here. Banks now with supreme confidence, firing on all cylinders. Now, look out though, reversal. Reversal. She set her head off the metal barricade, and then off the metal steel stairs as well. Now, another shot there from Sarah Logan, and another chop. And Sarah Logan, Sarah Logan is going to another level here. Referee trying to get both women back in the ring. He eventually succeeds, but I don't think it was because of him that they're back. Sarah Logan is now stalking Sasha Banks. She's pushed her to the absolute limit here, and Sarah Logan lines her up with a knee. Absolutely laced her with a knee. Sasha Banks is in a lot of trouble. Sarah Logan, look at these shots. Gets her down to a knee. She might be looking to deliver another one. That could be the knockout blow. Sarah Logan just drilled Sasha Banks, the women's champion. She's going to get beaten right here. She peels the shoulder off the canvas, and Sarah Logan can't believe it. Oh my. Sarah Logan, is just pushing the women's champion to the absolute extreme here. And Logan, just collapses her down. And Sarah Logan has announcing herself as a real contender here. She might go all the way to the top of the power rankings though. Banks got out of the way. Oh, delivered a forearm. Collapses her on the ropes. And here comes Banks. This one's going to another level. Unbelievable. These women are throwing everything at each other. And now Sasha Banks is lining her up. Tope Suicida. Sasha Banks going to that next level. Taking it up again. And now Sasha lines her up. Oh, shot to the face. Bankrupt. Delivered on the button. And Sasha Banks has her right where she wants her. Sarah Logan struggling to her feet. Sasha Banks, knees to the back, flips her over. Banks' statement locked in. There's only so much she can handle. Sarah Logan taps out, but what a match. Sarah Logan pushing Sasha Banks to the absolute limit. We are trying to recover from what we saw on the entranceway, but what instead ensued was an unbelievable battle of attrition between two women who have very different beliefs. But the only belief you need is the fact that that is our women's champion. Unbelievable contest. And Renee Young is standing by waiting to talk to Sasha Banks after an incredible match. Renee's right, not a lot of people are being all that complimentary about Sasha Banks lately, but I don't think she cares. Well, the fact is she did cheat. She used a steel chair. Well, I mean, she is the women's champion. You can't dispute that, but it's just how she got it and how she's been acting. Io Shirai is on the minds of everybody as well. We saw her debut last week. Wow. Sasha Banks. Not backwards in coming forwards, that's for sure. The women's champion is about as supremely confident as it comes. There's Eric Bischoff. No doubt here to try and talk to Chad Gable. Seems like he's waiting in the car park. Full Sail University. Wait a second. Daniel Bryan is here. Guest of honor. Is Bryan even allowed to be here? Bryan's excited to see Chad. You gotta be kidding me. Get the hell out of him with a Singapore cane. Still no sign of Apollo Crews other than those bizarre videos that Bray Wyatt's been dropping. Daniel Bryan seems obsessed with this leadership. Well, ladies and gentlemen, last week we saw Pete Dunne watching the arrival of Mustache Mountain. Then he saw an arrival of his own. Lars Sullivan showed up to NXT beat the absolute hell out of Pete Dunne. We can report that Pete Dunne has sustained minor injuries, but nothing too serious. He believes he has more of a bruised ego than anything. Ladies and gentlemen, we can announce right here, right now, next week, the Beast, Lars Sullivan, will be in action. We don't know in what capacity Lars Sullivan has demanded a match, and next week, he returns to the ring on NXT. Crazy. Absolutely crazy here tonight so far. Buddy Murphy trying to get his hands on Shane Thorne. She shows up during that last match, which was an absolute banger, by the way. Now, we've got Daniel Bryan as a guest of honor of Eric Bischoff here. I don't know how the hell they got that green lit. But either way, we're set for our next contest of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Akira Tozawa about to do battle with the Bryan Kendrick. The Haas are out. Akira Tozawa looking to make his step on NXT here. Well, Bryan Kendrick, the last time we saw him, it was in a losing effort to Kalisto. We all know how Kalisto's turned out. Death from Above is in action very, very shortly. Bryan Kendrick and Tozawa, well, they are in a weird situation where they're in kind of the same situation. So this is somewhat of a fork in the road for both of these athletes. Bryan Kendrick, he's looking to try and pick up a victory here. But he looks incredibly pissed off. Doesn't look like a happy camper. I think the crowd here in Full Sail are picking up on that. Let's talk about these two for a second. As I said, real fork in the road match here. This could really define the status of both men within NXT. It could really set someone up, but it could also really deflate someone else. Big stakes on this one. You want to get into that title contention, you've got to be on TV, you've got to be performing, you've got to be in matches. And that is exactly why these two men are here. Tozawa, Kendrick underway. This should be an interesting little battle here. Oh, Tozawa, a shot there. Now Tozawa straight away rolls him up here. Here's a chance, one. He's trying to try and steal it here. There's still one count. Tozawa trying to go after Kendrick. Oh, shot from Kendrick, that was. Kendrick rushes in, flips him over, all the way down onto the shoulders here. And Kendrick, oh, I thought he'd stolen it. He gets a two. Oh, looking for a shot. Couldn't find it. Tozawa tries to grab it. Standing switch from the Bryan Kendrick. Takes him through, rolls him through this time. Upon a roll, one. Referee, perfect position. Tozawa kicks out at one. Oh, Tozawa rolls out of the way. Brilliantly done, looking for a knee. Couldn't find it again. Oh, standing switch, counter for counter here. The start of this match. Oh, up and over goes Kendrick. Now Kendrick, oh my goodness me. Oh! Several slaps to the face and then a knee. And, oh, another shot there from Kendrick. Look at that. And, oh! You hear that reverberate around Full Sail University. Bryan Kendrick is now going to work here. Oh. NXT chance in the back. I can't help but look over my shoulder, ladies and gentlemen. After what we saw in that last match in the early going, and he sets him up again, and it really gets no easier to watch those chops, that's for sure. It's Bryan Kendrick and Akira Tozawa fight for a little bit of status here as Kendrick wrenching on the arm here. We heard Kurt Angle give the green light to at least his talent here at NXT to potentially sign specialized deals to appear on other brands as part of the Drew Gulak-inspired World Cup of Wrestling. Hard knee there from Bryan Kendrick, who's talking all kinds of trash. He seems to care what the crowd thinks a little bit more than maybe He should. I don't think he likes being booed on. Tozawa, he got out of the way. Oh, Tozawa. Oh, but he got lit up. And then Kendrick again. Kendrick again with a knee. Tozawa collapses to the outside. Kendrick is a little slow to go after him, but he did get him. It's not saying you're not going to get away that easily. Kendrick brings him back in the ring. Uh-oh. Tozawa. Oh! He nipped up with an enziguri. He was on his stomach, and then all of a sudden he was wrapping his foot around the head. Oh, look out again. Look out again. Oh, he goes after the arm again here. Bryan Kendrick. Kendrick now. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, hard right hand. Tozawa, though, rebuffs. Sends him into the corner. And now Tozawa is going to line him up with these feet here. Look at these shots here. Right to the chest. Takes him down. And Tozawa, he's a fighter. He's feisty to say the very least. Akira Tozawa. As Kendrick has his work cut out for him here as Tozawa. Full head of steam looking for a shot. Got his leg caught. Now Kendrick. Oh, what an uppercut that was. Now Bryan Kendrick trying to send him. Oh, Tozawa sent him over the top. And here comes Tozawa. He's thinking that he may just take flight here. Look out! Tozawa. Well, he landed pretty awkwardly himself. But Tozawa, he got up. I think he got more on it than we think. Tozawa senton to the floor. My goodness. Tozawa now. Uh-oh. He's going to the top. He's going to the top. Kendrick is stunned. Oh, what a drop kick. Hesitation style from the top rope. And then, oh, delivers a shot to the back. And now Tozawa with another senton. What an unbelievable flurry of offense. Cover, hook in the outside leg is surely over. No. Kendrick kicks out. Tozawa rushes in, knows he's got no time to waste, but Kendrick, oh no, Kendrick has reversed it, pops his head out. Kendrick pops his head out, picks up Tozawa. Look out, goodness me. That's a knockout shot if I've ever seen one. Cover, it's over. Tozawa gets his foot on the rope at the tightest of 2.9s. You gotta be kidding me. Tozawa barely able to hang on. Kendrick is in disbelief here. And Bryan Kendrick drags him to the middle of the ring. I think Tozawa actually is out, but he kicks out again. He kicks out again, and look at Kendrick here. He is so annoyed. He thought he had him. I thought he had him. Oh. To the earlobe almost. Now Kendrick draping Tozawa over. Oh. And again. Oh, look at these multi knees. Delivered to the cranium of Akira Tozawa. Kendrick back into the ring. He thinks he's got him here. I think he does as well. Tozawa's barely moved. He's taken so many shots to the head, but he continues to kick out. And look at this. Kendrick's frustration is growing. He's arguing with the referee. Referee's having none of it. It was definitely a 2 count. And Kendrick, oh, Tozawa, he got out of the way, and then a clothesline over the top. And Tozawa knows that he can't waste any time here. He's got to have a cloudy head at the moment. He's copped some hard shots. Oh, Tiger suplex on the outside. And Tozawa sends Kendrick into the ring. And now Tozawa up to the top. Bryan Kendrick is wheeling. He's in trouble. He caught him. Kendrick caught him up on the shoulders. What the hell is this? Oh my God. He just jacked him down onto his knees. 1, 2. Tozawa kicks out. Oh my God. This has come alive. A real fork in the road match. Both men fighting, seemingly for survival here on this brand. Kendrick is trying to break the back. I swear he did it on that last move. But Tozawa is fighting. He's got all kinds of fight left in him. Tozawa, oh! What a shot. And now Tozawa going to the top. He's got to be thinking the top rope senton. Here he comes. Oh my God. Knees up. Knees up from Kendrick. Shot to the back. Kendrick. No. Tozawa out of the way. Knockout. Nailed him in the head. Tozawa up. Tozawa down. The senton lands. Cover him! Tozawa! 1, 2! What a match! Tozawa, unbelievable! The fighting spirit that lives within Akira Tozawa on full display tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Oh! Right down onto the knees. And then Tozawa finally hits the senton on that back that has been battered and bruised, showing the full extent of his heart. And Akira Tozawa has won an incredible battle here tonight. What a match. That one really came out of nowhere. Tozawa defeats Bryan Kendrick here tonight. We've had a couple of bangers, and I tell you what, ESM still await the arrival of Chad Gable. Well, there's the Tozawa. He's been met in the corridor by Kurt Angle. Angle impressed. I mean, it's hard not to be. That was an amazing match. Ooh, okay. Angle wants to put Tozawa on his short list for names to submit for potential entry into the World Cup. Tozawa, of course, will be representing Japan. There's your answer. I think that's a yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in 2 weeks' time, the North American Championship will be defended right here on NXT. It'll be Riddle versus Zayn. We heard from both men earlier today. Baron Corbin is sounding off here. Kurt Angle just speaking to Tozawa, and Baron Corbin yet again berating the general manager here. Corbin's pissed off after losing the main event at TakeOver to Buddy Murphy. I don't know what he means by that. Gonna have to make his own opportunities. But it's time for death from above. Gran Metalik, Lindsay Dorado, and Kalisto make up. Muerte desde arriba. Death from above. They resurfaced with this new attitude at NXT TakeOver in Sydney. Kalisto was assaulted by Robert Roode. And then he called the cavalry. And the cavalry arrived in the form of two familiar allies. Now, we have the pleasure of seeing three of the best luchadors in the world go at it. Underway here, six-man tag team action. And if the two men on the apron do look familiar to you, it's because they are the two men that, well, so-called wrestled Sanity on SmackDown this week. They approached Kurt Angle and asked, can we redeem ourselves? Because they, of course, ran away. But look out, old Dorado sends this young man, I'm not quite sure what his name is, but look out, Dorado is as quick as a hiccup. And the two men on the apron, well, they asked Kurt Angle, they said, can we have another crack here? Kurt Angle said, absolutely, but you're going to go head-to-head with these guys. You've got to have eyes in the back of your head because they'll come at you from everywhere. As Lindsay Dorado is taking it to this young gentleman. Now he's going to send him to the bad part of town. Here comes Kalisto, the leader of Death from Above. And look at this. Oh my God. And Kalisto now. Oh my God. Springboard Phoenix Splash. These guys are absolutely off the charts. Kalisto to the outside just so he can come back in with a frog splash. And now Kalisto over. Gets the tag to Gran Metalik. And now Metalik, oh, he's gonna fly! And this is why they are known as Death from Above. Metalik in! Unbelievable! They are about as fluid as water, but they hit as hard as a truck. And Metalik now, oh, look out! Metalik, oh my God, over the top! Oh my goodness me! Powerbomb from Metalik. And another shot. And neither of these men have been in the ring. Oh, God. Maybe they would have served them better. It might have served them better to run away like they did on SmackDown. Metalik picks him up, drove him down. My God. Tag to Dorado. And now Lindsay is going to go where he's most comfortable. To the top rope. Oh my God, beautiful shooting star press. And this is precisely why they are known as Death from Above. Kalisto lining him up, hooks him up, and seals it with a Salida del Sol. 1, 2, you could count as long as you want. Unbelievable. Death from Above is about damn right. The hard-hitting luchadors didn't come to mess around today. Kalisto seals it with a Salida del Sol. And that is about as impressive a debut as you could hope for. These three men are a force to be reckoned with. These three men are three of the best luchadors on the face of the earth right now. Unbelievable performance. Oh, wait a minute. Well, here we go. Of course, Robert Roode has something to say. Pathetic. Robert Roode is showing a lot of distance, though, isn't he? He wants one of them to step up next week alone. He wants them to stop hiding and fight. One of them fight him one-on-one next week. Wow. It's a fresh coat of paint is all Roode sees it as. I think it might be a little bit more than that. He wants one of them by themselves next week. Man. Well, I think he might just get his wish. Eric Bischoff still waiting with Daniel Bryan. Tell you what, we're getting towards the end of the show. Chad Gable still isn't here and they're getting frustrated. Bryan made the trek all the way to NXT as a special guest of Eric Bischoff and... oh, Bryan's leaving. Bryan's had enough. Bryan's going to get in the limo. He has seen enough. Gable has so far not surfaced. But Eric Bischoff looks like he's going to stay. Very interesting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has just been announced. Next week, Trent Seven makes his in-ring debut here on NXT against Carl Anderson, who wants to try and keep him and Gallows in the reckoning for the tag team titles. You know damn well that ain't it. Next week, Dakota Kai and Beth Phoenix are face-to-face in the same building with an interview with Renee Young. Don't miss it. Bischoff's still waiting and Daniel Bryan's taken off. Bischoff growing impatient. He's been here all night waiting to talk to Chad Gable, but he hasn't shown. Bischoff looks like he might be heading to... oh no, wait a minute. Bo Dallas. Bischoff was incredibly disrespectful to Bo Dallas last week when he was trying to talk Chad Gable out of sticking with ESM, citing the fact that he left his brother Bray's clutches and said he's never felt better. Yeah, that's right. I don't think he needs any of them. I don't think Gable's a former Olympian. He doesn't need ESM. But how deep are the claws? Where is Gable? Oh, God. Absolute savagery from Eric Bischoff, who's super pissed off tonight. He's been waiting all night for Chad Gable. He has not shown up. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been waiting all night to say this. This is the main event of the evening. And it is between two heavy hitters. Two of the most pure strikers in all of professional wrestling. It stems from last week. Kyle O'Reilly was assisting Adam Cole in getting out of the business. Getting out of the business of Buddy Murphy, that is. Who was on a tear after Adam Cole cashed in Money in the Bank on Buddy Murphy. and he assisted Adam Cole to get the hell out of there. He walked around the corner and he was met with a devastating black mass. Well, Kyle O'Reilly, true to form, being the fighter that he is, he called out Aleister Black during the week. He went to General Manager Kurt Angle and said, I want to fight him. Kurt Angle saw the dollar signs, saw a main event of NXT. Kyle O'Reilly needs to be careful what he wishes for. Darkness falls. And it can be only one man. When the drum beats hit, you know that the Dutch Destroyer is in the building. Aleister Black arrives. Aleister Black makes arenas colder than the other side of the pillow, as the great JR would say. And Aleister Black is looking to get a little bit more cold with that icy glare. And maybe it'll be Kyle O'Reilly who is out cold by the end of this one. Aleister Black runs from no man. Aleister Black accepts all challenges. Don't forget the fact that Aleister Black delivered another one of those patented black mass to Adam Cole after Adam Cole said that he was the single biggest threat here in NXT. Proved to be true last week when he became the NXT champion, but he was quickly had the lights shut out, faded to black, and Aleister Black, well, he's looking to do the same to one of his disciples. O'Reilly Black underway, main event for the ages. Two of the most pure strikers. Kurt Angle made sure at the start of the show it was a straight up singles match. No undisputed era at ringside. Black has already backed up Kyle O'Reilly. Settle in, ladies and gentlemen. Grab your snacks. This one is going to be brutal. Referee Jessica Carr overseeing the action as they link up in the middle of the ring again, and Black is going to push him into the same corner. Look at where Black's hands are, over the mouth, already trying to restrict the breathing of Kyle O'Reilly, who has the MMA background as well. This is a methodical start from both of these men. O'Reilly takes the arm straight away. Look at this, yeah, brilliant from O'Reilly, trying to get some control, yet still keeping that distance. Got to try and stay out of the way of those kicks if you possibly can. Gets him down to a knee, still controlling the arm, wrenching on it, trying to take that shoulder out of its socket there. Black is really struggling here in the early going. O'Reilly, actually a lot bigger athlete than you think once you get in there with him. O'Reilly rolls out, brilliantly done, and O'Reilly is just going to take a second. Look, usually I would berate someone for that. Oh, Aleister Black got back to his feet, and O'Reilly quickly dipped. Aleister Black took that patented seat in the ring, and O'Reilly tried to jump on it, but once he saw Aleister Black get back to his feet, scramble to his feet, Aleister Black is just patrolling the ring. But you could now really almost officially call his yard after he defeated The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Aleister Black has just been so dominant for so long. And look out, Fireman's Carry takeover. That little spell on the outside could have been a really good idea. Oh, but Black, he ain't going to take a backward step here, but O'Reilly caught the boot and then slipped out again. But here comes Aleister Black. He's done waiting around. It's time to fight. Kyle O'Reilly trying to keep the separation, but he'll close the gap as quick as he... Oh, look out, that beautiful shot there. It's blocked. And Kyle O'Reilly will stop down and oh, God. That may have knocked him out cold. O'Reilly does have that one-punch knockout power as well as a million submissions. Incredibly dangerous athlete. Look at this, he's dropping the knees down on the face of Aleister Black here. Now O'Reilly, oh, he's got the wrist control here, and now he's stomping down on the chest here of Aleister Black, and he's getting real brutal. Out into the cover. Aleister Black kicks out at 0. Jessica Carr barely even able to get down there. Try and make the count here, but Aleister Black with a reversal. Oh, and there's a little bit of a receipt for the pain that Kyle O'Reilly put on Aleister Black's arm early. Oh, look at this. Oh, here it is. When those kicks land, it is all over. But look out. Oh! Enziguri, and he's right down in his face here. And when Aleister Black is looking like this, you know the curtains might be closing very shortly. Black sends him in. Oh. Running attack from Aleister. Sends O'Reilly into the corner. Might be looking for another one. Oh no. O'Reilly got out of the way of that one this time. And O'Reilly! Discus forearm. Takes him down. I reckon there was a fair bit of elbow in it as well. And O'Reilly is bouncing around. I reckon he's in the fight now. As O'Reilly, shot to the knee. And that might be a really good strategy. Take the legs out or just hit him with your own. Kyle O'Reilly has just as dangerous kicks, and there's not many people you can say that about in the WWE when comparing them to Aleister Black. O'Reilly with a full head of steam. Goodness me. It is not often you see someone who can match Aleister Black in a striking game, but that's exactly what Kyle O'Reilly is doing. Oh, that's forearm. Oh, and that collapsed him down. That was brilliant from Kyle O'Reilly. He collapsed that leg down, and that knee from that shot may cost Aleister Black. You've got to pivot on that leg to hit the black mass. He's trying to take it out, and O'Reilly's getting real close here. Continuing to hammer away. Oh, goodness me. Right to the back of the head. Kyle O'Reilly's feeling this. This just shows you how dangerous Undisputed Era are. Now he's going back to the leg. Brilliant strategy from O'Reilly. It's a clear strategy, yes, but it's a brilliant strategy nonetheless as Aleister Black continues to fire back. Now he's throwing that very same leg into the chest of Kyle O'Reilly. And here comes Aleister Black with the shots. And Aleister Black's going to back him up here. And then throwing those elbows right in to the eardrum. That'll knock the equilibrium right out. That's why O'Reilly's able to fall to the floor. As O'Reilly's set into the corner. Now Black again. And he's going straight back to the same side. Really good strategy from both men. Both so dangerous. As Aleister Black. Oh, God. That's just a straight kick to the head. There's no coming back from that. As Aleister Black now backs him up. And he is really just destroying O'Reilly in all corners of the ring here. Now, Jesus. The face wash. And Aleister Black says, anything you can do, I can do better. My God. Black sits down in front of Kyle O'Reilly and says, I'm going to end this right here. And Aleister Black now, beautiful moonsaults. Takes out Kyle O'Reilly, who's trying to get out of the ring here. But he only gets as far as the apron. And Aleister Black saying, this is over. I'm going to end it. Black takes him to the apron, drops him down. And he may have a ruptured spleen or something after landing on the hardest part of the ring, the apron there. Couple of shots to compound the injury as well. And now Aleister Black brings him back in the ring. And Black, and again going to the back. Both these men know how to pick apart a body. So O'Reilly though, O'Reilly, brilliant takedown from O'Reilly. That was brilliantly done. What a reversal from Kyle O'Reilly. He hooks him up. O'Reilly hooks him up. He's got the guillotine in. He's got the guillotine locked in on Aleister Black. Black's going to have to try and get out here. And Black, look out. Oh, he slammed the back. Then he also slammed into the apron. And Black mass, no. O'Reilly out of the way. O'Reilly out of the way. He hooks him up. Uh-oh. Regal Plex. Held on for the British one. He's going to pinch it. Black's out. It's done. Oh. Kyle O'Reilly getting so close. And just like that, Kyle O'Reilly has an armbar in. But Black stacks him up. Oh my God, look at these closed fist shots right to the face. Referee needs to keep an eye on that. My God, O'Reilly kept an eye on that. And his eye smashed into Aleister Black's knee. And now Black, oh, look out. Oh my God, look at the combination. Unbelievable. The striking is off the charts from both men. Oh, O'Reilly nearly caught another one. But instead he caught the kick. And O'Reilly, he hooked him up. O'Reilly going for everything here. Stacks him up. Unbelievable. Cover. One. It's over. Black can't escape. Oh, he just gets out. Unbelievable. And O'Reilly trying to knock out Aleister Black here. Crowd on their feet. NXT chants out in force. O'Reilly picks him up. Oh my God. Brainbuster floats over for the cover. This time it's over. No. My God. It is off the charts. And oh, Black again. What a shot. The knockout power of both of these men. Oh, God. As hard hitting as it gets. Tearing the house down here on NXT. Now Black sets up O'Reilly. He's going to look for it again. Oh, O'Reilly out of the way. O'Reilly out of the way. Look at the super kick. He missed. Black did it. Black mess. O'Reilly's lights are out. O'Reilly fades to Black. What a match. What a night. Aleister Black pushed to the limit here tonight. Folded up. I thought this was it here with the brainbuster. Look at this. Oh, my. But Aleister Black misses the moonsault. Assault. Misses. You've got no room for error. Aleister Black lands that devastating black mass. Hang on a second. Well, they weren't allowed at ringside during the match. Kurt Angle didn't say anything about after it. Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong are here. And Black sits down. He's ready to go. Fish backs up. Here he comes. Aleister Black now. Oh, he's trying to take out Bobby Fish. Roderick Strong into the ring, and look out. Roderick Strong into the ring, and the numbers game here on Aleister Black. Undisputed Era. Oh, they're already marking their territory here on NXT. Oh. Took out one. Oh, there's only so far you can go though. Oh, but Black, he's going to fire back. Aleister Black firing back with a combination again. He's fighting with everything he's got, but again, from behind is Bobby Fish. Aleister Black being double teamed here after a hard fought win over Kyle O'Reilly. Look at this. Bobby Fish. Oh! Right down onto the gut. As Roderick Strong is recovering here. Strong is recovering. Black is still trying to get up to his feet, and look at that shot. Now Roderick Strong's back in the ring. And Aleister Black is in all kinds of trouble. Look out, end of heartache. Damn it. Undisputed Era marking their territory. Oh, surely there's not more. Kyle O'Reilly is down at ringside after a devastating black mass, and here comes the leader. Adam Cole, the brand new NXT champion, strutting down to the ring when it's safe to do so. Notice that he doesn't have the NXT title with him. All reports say that Cole is that possessive of it. He barely even wants to bring it with him. He has it under lock and key. But Adam Cole is lining up Aleister Black. Oh no. No, not again. No. Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era have made an example of Aleister Black. But don't forget, when it was one-on-one, Aleister Black got the win. But I must admit, he doesn't look like a winner right now. Cole is calling his boys into the ring. Undisputed Era's Kyle O'Reilly is stirring. Gotta say, it's about as dominant as it gets.